removed tens of thousands of illegal alien gang members, drug dealers, murderers, child predators, human traffickers, fraudsters, savage criminals, and others. We removed them from our country. They're out. They're gone. In some cases, they're so dangerous that we put them in jail because we don't want to give them to their country. Their country doesn't do anything, and they end up coming back. We have some that we're just, they're so bad that we don't want to really release them. We want to put them in a jail where we know they're properly
can we just
ensconced.
If they're so violent that you don't even want to give them to another country, why are we making tax dollars pay to keep them alive? Can we just execute? Can we go back to executions, please? I beg. Like, I just, guys, it's all so tiresome.
Think of that. Remove tens of thousands of illegal alien gang members, drug dealers, murderers, child predators, human traffickers, fraudsters, and savage criminals. Why wouldn't you want them removed?
Exactly, that's my question.
The reason is because these are insurrectionists that are doing this work. And, you know, they're going to make mistakes sometimes. ICE is going to be too rough with somebody, or, you know, they're dealing with rough people. They're going to make a mistake sometimes. It can happen. We feel terribly. I felt horribly when I was told that the young woman who was had the tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a horrible thing. Everybody would say, ICE would say the same thing. But when I learned her parents and her father in particular I hope he still is, but I don't know, was a tremendous Trump fan.
I feel like that father is tremendously disappointed in his daughter. I don't think you have to worry about that one there, Chief. But also, this definitely doesn't sound like he's saying ICE made a mistake with her specifically. I think it's very normal to be like, yeah, we're not infallible. Sometimes mistakes could be made. Also, loss of life is a tragedy regardless. Which, yeah, it was her decision. She made the decision to try and run the guy over, and it's tragic that she had been propagandized to the point of thinking that was a good idea. That she was just being cute for social media, and she was gonna get millions of updoots for being le brave white woman, protecting le brown people. It is a shame, because if she hadn't been propagandized, she wouldn't have lost her life, because she wouldn't have tried to run over an ICE agent.
It was all for Trump. Love Trump. And, you know, it's terrible. I was told that by a lot of people. They said, oh, he loves you. He was I hope he still feels that way. I don't know. It's a hard situation.
All right, so that was the whole segment then. Yeah, definitely not him calling that death a mistake. Yeah, I guess the first sign that it probably wasn't real was that it was put out by the AF, you know, like. So I'm glad I watched the full clip, and I agree. And I think it's much better for him to call the death a tragedy, because it is, first of all. But imagine if he had had the same reaction that the majority of leftists did when Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I don't think the two instances are equivalent, but the amount of people who would have lost their fucking mind if Trump had even hinted at that kind of rhetoric, man, it would be nice. It would be nice if he would make mention of, like, people shouldn't be throwing their lives away like this, because that is what it is. These people have been radicalized to the point where they think that it is a game and that they are LARPing as a revolutionary to engage federal agents trying to remove criminals. And it's like, as much as all of us and most normal people want to see all illegals deported, and we're frustrated that they're only targeting criminals right now. We're, again, like, yes, I know, being here illegally is also a crime, but they say criminal illegals to make the point that they have more of a record than just crossing the border. It's like, kind of weird. Kind of weird. Shot and killed someone again in Minneapolis. 5 shots in front of Glam Doll Donuts.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people, you know?
You know? Ese? And it's like, why are you fighting this fucking hard, man? Like, just take the arrest. Just fucking take, like, you're not gonna get out of this. There's like 5 or 6 agents on you. What are you doing? Take the arrest, fight it in fucking court if you think it's unlawful. What the hell?
Oh shit. What the fuck?
So what I think is interesting, right? In just this one video, you hear one shot here, all the agents back up, and then you hear like 3 more shots. So, 1,
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3. So you hear one shot, all the agents back up, and then 1, 2, 3.
They killed him? Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Not again. Are you fucking kidding me?
You just did a heckin' murderino!
Yo, we need people on site.
Did they already spin it as a planned assassination? I don't know about planned, but they are definitely saying it was another execution. Another one of those. We have Cam Higbee had a thread here saying that he's infiltrated organizational signal groups all around Minneapolis with the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding and assaulting or obstructing them. Buckle up, all's gonna be revealed. Each area of the city has a signal or several signals. Let's start with a screen recording of all the members of the South Side group to start. I don't really care about their names. Minneapolis Signal Infiltrated. I've been undercover inside the groups for days. You'll notice emojis next to people's names. Here's a key for what those emojis mean. The highlighted positions are the most crucial. Most are self-explanatory. Mobile patrols spend their entire shift searching for suspicious vehicles. When they find one, they send it to the group so that plate checkers can compare with their database and see if it's a known federal vehicle, or if the patrol can make the confirmation so that the database can be updated. Now, see, I'm just a normal human being, so I have no idea how to run plate checks other than, like, LexisNexis. And you have to have specific credentials to access LexisNexis. And you're also not supposed to use it for, like, non-work reasons. So is there a way to, like, plate check people's vehicles without LexisNexis? I don't know. I don't know, because that's the only way that I know to check plates. There could be another way, because again, I'm just a normal man. I don't do plate checks on average people. They're using Minneapolis dispatchers. I would not doubt that. Create an independent database where people can add vehicles. So that makes more sense why they've been harassing normal people who have SUVs as well. Not that I like that they're harassing people, but you know. Dispatch runs a maxed out call all day telling protesters where ICE has been spotted and how they can best be impeded. And he has a screenshot here that says a high volume chat group. All leads start here and get pasted in FTP chat when it's confirmed ICE activity. Unvetted chat, warning. While on a shift, please put emoji in front of your signal name so we know your role and location. Car farting is mobile patrol. Car stop sign, stationary patrol. Man running, foot patrol. A red telephone, dispatch. I can't tell what that emoji is. Hyper-local group messenger. Looks like a safety vest. School transport safety spotters. What the fuck? Dinner plate with knife and fork is a license plate checker. The medical helmet is a medic, and the bandaged heart is an aftercare provider. Aftercare provider. Are they doing BDSM too? They might be. Cam continues, Minneapolis Signal infiltrated. For each occupation or shift position, protesters have to undergo training. It's unclear what the training entails other than numerous slides of instruction. I've seen it mentioned repeatedly. Who is paying for all of this? We are, probably. Admin post, tonight we will offer a Bloomington patrol training at 8 p.m. A signal call is limited to 75 users. We will offer additional training sessions at future dates. If you do not get to attend, know that there will be other sessions. At 8 o'clock tonight, please join the call in this chat. Do not join the active RR call expecting training, please. We have 41 slides to cover, and it should take about an hour. Looking forward to passing on some knowledge to the group. Someone said, I still haven't been able to take a patrol training, was previously in the patrol training group but left since I wasn't actively engaging. Requested to rejoin several days ago when I finally had time to do it, and still have not been let in. Does anyone know how I go about getting back in the patrol training group or what the other training options are? And someone with pronouns in their name linked something with the house.mn.gov. Statement by Rep. Tabke regarding proposed ICE detention center in Shakopee. Posting here as this will impact our entire metro and Shakopee is our neighbor. Contact info for property management line incoming. Maybe that's Shakopee. I don't know, Shakopee just came out first. This is a map, Zone 3B, 3A, 4A, 4B, 2A, Zone 1. Sharing our Bloomington Patrol Zone map, which is loosely based on city council districts. The level of, like, organization they have should be slightly frightening, right? Because, like, as much as these people are retarded for what they're trying to do, they are both armed and organized. And you should never underestimate your opponent, because when you underestimate them, that is when they can deal the most damage. They aren't LARPing. This is a terror cell. They're most certainly LARPing, but it is also a terror cell. The LARPing part comes in where they think they are the good guys being revolutionaries, when in fact, they are just terrorists. This is the Minnesota ICE plates data documentation. This is a crowdsourced database of license plates. Oh, you guys are right. It is a homegrown database. Plates identified as potentially ICE in Minnesota. Potentially ICE. Potentially ICE. So there could just be like random non-ICE people on here. It was built from a combination of different lists initially created by concerned neighbors across the Twin Cities. We have been collaborating with these widespread groups to attempt to build out a comprehensive list to share. While we have done our best to review and verify submitted information, we cannot guarantee everything in the dataset is accurate. It's a continuing work in progress, and we appreciate your patience with improvements and your submissions to improve the data we have. Because this database is a work in progress, please check back here for updated links, as we will continue to update links and information here. Document was updated last January 19th, 26. Disclaimer! The data is for informational purposes only, and its organizers do not condone their use to forcibly assault, resist, oppose, impede, or interfere with the official duties of any officer or employee of the United States or any agency in any branch of the United States government while engaged in or on account of the performing of official duties. Yeah, that disclaimer shouldn't fucking stick, because that is the entire purpose of this fucking document. I hate commies so fucking much. Bullshit disclaimer. And I mean, it probably would hold up in court. I don't know. But I just imagine, since these people get to flagrantly flout the law constantly, like, they'd be like, oh, they had a disclaimer. What other people did with this information is, it's on them. It's not on the people who organized it. Which is like the same bullshit thing that people who post others, like, addresses online say. They're just like, I just posted the address. It's not my fault if someone does something with it. Actual duplicitous, disgusting cowards. They just put the disclaimers so they can be like, look, we told them not to do this. Yeah, right? Access the data, ICE plate search, Minnesota ICE plates, Airtable database, plates list, plates dashboard, plates lookup. For plate checkers, if you're interested in supporting with plate checking using the plates data, you can find more information about how to do that in the plate checking guide. Identifying ICE in Minnesota guide listed in the resources below may also be helpful. Garugamesh, thank you. Lamau, here's a disclaimer. Terrorist who posted someone's address. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Funny how the commies want to start things, but they don't want to take responsibility. Well, yeah. Because if they can start things without taking responsibility, that furthers their goals, right? That means they can further paint you as the fascist Nazis that they are righteously fighting against. Because it's your fault that the fight happened in the first place. Submit ICE plates, use this form. You may also use this form to update and add information. Resources identifying ICE in Minnesota, FAQ. How are you determining if a plate is confirmed ICE? We're doing our best to be consistent in our verification process, generally following these guidelines and shifting specific strategies as new information emerges. Confirmed ICE equals masked/uniformed ICE agents seen in vehicle, actively involved in an abduction/raid, detainees/abducted folks seen in vehicle, ICE branding on the vehicle. You know, that seems a little weird that you're openly saying that there can be uniformed ICE agents and there's ICE branding on vehicles, and yet a line I continuously hear is, they're just masked people kidnapping people. We have no idea who they are. Highly suspected ICE is seen near abduction and raid and has suspicious attributes/activity reported, e.g. missing plates and intimidation. Seen traveling with known ICE vehicles and has suspicious attributes and activity reported. Certain suspicious activity at known ICE staging location. Suspected ICE is seen near an abduction or raid, seen traveling with known ICE vehicles, and seen with suspicious attributes and activity at a known ICE staging location. How is that any different from the previous tier? Cleared, not ICE. Reliable report that the vehicle is not ICE. Then why is it still in the list? Why would you have some, like, random person still there? Unknown equal all other reports, including info-only records that are not new sightings. Again, we cannot guarantee the accuracy of the information in the database, so if you have evidence suggesting any of the plates are incorrectly categorized, please submit that information in the plates form above. You know, if somebody decided to, like, it made me think of, like, the government saying that they wanted to make a tracking database of all of these fucking people. I still don't like the idea of the government doing it, because that's fucking weird. But if, like, a regular random guy decided to make a database of all of these communist agitators making databases and using databases, that would be funny, because they would screech about how that's somehow illegal. What's included in the dataset? Plates submitted without enough evidence to warrant a confirmed category or high level of suspicion are not included in the public view of the data, but reported vehicles that don't meet the standard are still in the database, or their information can be used to elevate them to a stronger level of confirmation if more information comes to light through later reports. Not even we're keeping them there for bookkeeping reasons like chat was saying, but we're keeping them there just in case they turn into an ICE vehicle later. This means that you may search for a suspicious vehicle you've reported before and not see it in the list. Don't worry, it's there. It just needs more evidence before it will show up in a search. So once again, people coming up with a logical bookkeeping reason so multiple vehicles at the same time with the same plate don't get added. They're not even allowing people to search for that. That's crazy. How often is the data updated? Constantly. Can I help? Yes, it's a crowdsourced and community-built and maintained data set. Even with this database, what is it gonna do to stop ICE? It's not gonna do anything to stop ICE. It's just gonna get more of these people in a bad situation, unfortunately. Here's a screenshot of the active dispatch call. It's always active, as well as a shift change. You can see folks are changing their emojis, clocking in and out. I'll also attach below a video of dispatch actually tracking the vehicle I was in, claiming that we were confirmed ICE. They constantly misidentify vehicles. Pay attention to the emojis tagged in plate checks.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the coexist sticker on the back. We're on Irving and Lake Street going north on Irving. We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location.
Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Thank you.
And we are getting a photo sent to the chat for confirmation.
This is John 612. That we are at Grand and Lake. We're heading toward Irving. We can try and join you.
Chencheco, thank you. Imagine commies clocking into
John,
work.
612.
They can only LARP clocking into work as well.
This is Lokito. I'm getting some messages from the WhatsApp group that they're driving around on 28, 29 Pleasant and Pillsbury Avenue.
Pillsbury?
If you want to swing by there first, I'm making my way down that way as well. I am on Lake and Park.
I'll relay to the Spanish chat, or sorry, relay to the Uptown Whittier.
Tired.
Thanks, Erin.
That Ford just gray Ford just passed.
What the fuck? Wait, is this actually TOS? Like, I know there's blood,
John,
but it's not like death. I don't think that's TOS. What the fuck?
Lokito, go ahead.
Yeah, that gray F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see that.
Thanks.
You could say we've got two commuters behind that F-150.
On there, KM, I'll probably have you stay on that F-150, but anyone else that's on this call that is currently on that F-150, I think we could use our resources and energy better somewhere else.
Sprout, I agree. If there's somewhere you want to send us, that's great. Otherwise, we could go up into Phillips.
If you want to go up into Phillips, that's great. I'm going to attempt a roll call here in a minute. Got it. Sprout, do you have a passenger?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, KM.
Sprout? Really don't want to say this, but at the rate it's going, it's going to take the death of ICE agents for Trump to finally invoke the Insurrection Act. He's being way too patient with these people, and they will escalate. I genuinely don't understand the, like, we should wait for them to escalate more. Or, like, the people who agitate encouraging further escalation, because it's like, They're already purposefully getting themselves killed because they're crazy. And they're already trying to kill other people and already have succeeded in killing other people. What more escalation do you want? Them building effigies in the street and burning people alive? Like, what kind of escalation are you wanting here? I was like, fuck, holy shit. This is just them being followed. We know someone is feeding protesters license plate information connected to the Signal app. We're working on that government official's name, and they will be outed when we find them. So it looks like people thinking that someone in government was probably feeding them information, which means very likely someone in government using LexisNexis credentials. Oh, look at that, a perfect censor. I am amazing, chat. I'm amazing. So this says, Assistant Secretary, Department of Homeland Security, Tricia McLaughlin's statement. In Minneapolis, these rioters attacked our law enforcement officer, and one of them bit off our HSI officer's finger. He will lose his finger. Brother. And like the picture I'm censoring is his bitten off fingertip in a jar. That's fucking crazy. What do you even fucking say to this shit? These people are insane and radicalized and propagandized and should not be treated normally. What the fuck? Do you have any idea how hard to bite a finger is? Yeah, like how did they bite through the fucking bone? What are these freaks? Malachite, thank you for the 8 months. We're at war with literal demons. Yeah, I'm starting to believe in demons. Where the hell is the Insurrection Act? I have no fucking idea. Apparently, this is one of the admins of the Minnesota Ice Watch Signal chat group. She believes that property damage isn't violence and was a campaign strategist for Tim Walz and organizes a lot of the protests and walkouts in the area. How come so many of these people are connected to Tim Walz? Can someone make sense of that? How are there so many of these people connected to Tim Walz? That's fucking crazy. Actually insane. As a principal owner, self-employed, policy development, coalition management. She has her own consulting company. A Maple Urban Farm, present 2 years, 10 months. Creative problem solving, regenerative systems. What the fuck? There's a picture of her with Tampon Timmy. God, he looks so fucking weird, man. He looks so weird. It appears Tim Walz stated today that they are now mobilizing the National Guard. I'm so shocked. Why is Tim Walz like this? We know for a fact Tim Walz has knowledge of the violence being directed by the Signal app. Meet the ringleader, Amanda Koehler, as seen with Walz. Alex Pretti will also have this application on his phone. The local and state government are in on the violence. How do we know for a fact? Do they have, like, information that they aren't releasing yet? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Walz knew, but I haven't seen anything where, like, it shows that he knows, right? And before asserting something as fact, I'd like to see the proof. This one says, hey, ICE, DHS, FBI, this guy calls himself Kyle, says he's Antifa, and is on the street in Minneapolis right now, where the anti-ICE attacker got gunned down today. I don't know if I would say gunned down, but all right. Like, we got another, what is that on his face? I can't tell if that's, like, ridiculous, like, gothic characters, or if that's, like, Chinese characters on his face. I can't tell. The Timu Techno Viking. Ice out of Minnesota. Day of Truth and Freedom is tomorrow. I really hate how commies will lie about everything and call it the truth, and then they'll do everything they possibly can to restrict your freedoms and then call it freedom, and people still fucking fall for it. No work, no school, no shopping. How do they always have, like, snappy little fucking brand logos? I'd love to see you at the MSP Airport Action or downtown MPLS Action, but I know it's going to be really, really cold. Some options: 1, just stay home and participate in the economic blackout. 2, check out the toolkit of actions for ways to do more from the warmth. 3, dress super warm, leave when you've hit your limit, no shame. Ice out of Minnesota, a day of truth and freedom. No work, no school, no shopping, march downtown Minneapolis. Whenever I see, like, a mass don't buy things on this day effort from commies, It always makes me want to buy things on that day, but I also don't like spending money unnecessarily. But you're saying the shops won't be full of retards, poggers. I love after like mass ICE deportations and arrests, people will go to like their local shops and be like, oh my God, there's no lines. Oh my God, I can actually shop. Or like, oh my God, there's so much less traffic. What a wonderful day. It always makes me laugh. Meet Loco Tio Dave or David Snyder. Why the fuck did he make his name Loco Tio? What that is like the whitest thing I've ever seen. What? How do I say the buttered dog in Espanol, chat? Mad uncle. How do I say the buttered dog? It has to have the, so it's a title. El Perro Montecriado. That's me. That's me. That's my title, bro. A loco means crazy. Tio means uncle. So it's literally crazy Uncle Dave. I bet this guy feels like a powerful white savior. Like, get behind me, brown person. My white skin is my privilege. Local politician involved in many nonprofits in and out of Minneapolis, but also notable as being the main tracker of Greg Bovino's entourage. He trails Bovino wherever he goes and organizes a squad of others to chase Bovino out. I wonder what the odds are of me being able to ask for merch that has the like "Kill a commie for mommy" slogan on it. Don't actually do that, but it's a fun slogan, right? Slogans are superficial and catchy. The federal agents are actively deporting tens of thousands and shooting violent communists. Let Trump is weak. Are we really doing this? He's weak because he's not going in and having people held accountable. I don't want to see people shot because it gives their side more ammo to be further violent. And we're not seeing any strong response to that violence is the problem. They're emboldened to attack the ICE agent. This guy said, there's a very simple question all Republicans should be asking all Democrats, and it goes like this. Why do you oppose the lawful enforcement of America's long-standing bipartisan immigration law? And I would follow that up with whatever they say, because whatever they say is going to be a lie and a non-answer. I would follow that up with, why do you want to encourage your voter base to put themselves in the line of danger in order to protect criminal aliens who have been shown to be murderers and rapists and violent assaulters to keep them in this country? Why are you against our legal and lawful law enforcement removing those kinds of dangerous people? And he continues, every conservative politician, journalist, influencer, and commentator should basically have this question tattooed on their foreheads, and it should be asked by each at least 20 times a day. But it's not. I don't know why. I seem to be the only person asking it. And he follows up with, all responses here so far focus on how Democrats won't answer the question. That's not the problem. My beef is that nobody is asking the question. And so I will expand on this because this guy has a similar idea to me where it's like, you know that engaging with the liar will never give you the truth. The liar will just keep lying. But if you can showcase how the liar is lying, more normal people will begin to ask the same questions, and they'll begin to see the patterns of violence and the patterns of lies that are exposed when these people protect criminals or when they riot and inflame their voter base for ridiculous reasons. You don't correct the record for the sake of the liars. They'll never stop lying. You do so for the sake of everyone else watching and hope that they have enough brain cells to comprehend what's happening. Breaking a self-described Antifa general. Was he appointed a general because of the face tattoo? Is that what it takes? Could my mom be an Antifa general? She's got the face tats and the diaper.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out.
What the fuck?
They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos. Doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up. You missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet. Show up, ready to go. Okay? I know we're supposed to be focused on the fact that he's literally calling for more violence
which is not protected speech, but the way that he says Nicolette kind of sounds like a slur.
Not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. This is exactly what I said was gonna fucking come when we didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry, but welcome to America 2026, where Second Amendment is the only thing that's gonna keep you fucking protected from literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity.
What? Once again, someone living so far outside of reality, you wonder how it's even possible. I was like, he glows with an eerie light. Yeah. Literal Nazis trying to remove criminals, by the way.
This is not a fucking joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these fucking people.
This is not a joke! You must commit violence so you can become a white savior! The brown people will love you! I hate these people so much. Like, I just actual insanity to have this much of like a white savior complex. Actual insanity. He's gonna be like, you brown person, I've saved you, what will you do? And then they will just rob someone because once again, these are criminals that are being deported. And it's like, once again, these are the people, I'm saying brown person, because these are the people who believe the only people being targeted are minorities. We have miles of proof that it's not just minority people being evicted from the country. There's plenty of rapists and fraudsters from the UK, from Spain, from France. There's plenty of like fucking white-ass boys, as that one guy put it, being gotten the fuck out of our country. But these people are LARPing as some sort of like white savior to the brown masses, and it is disgusting. Protesters are now on top of local businesses as anti-ICE protesters hold the intersection of Nicolette and 26th in large numbers. Barricades still remain. Tables from a local business are strewn together on the north end. Local businesses are providing food and drink. What the fuck? Is that like the bribery? Like if we give you food and drink, you won't loot our business? Residents are also providing anti-fog wipes for goggles, hats, and masks as temperatures continue to plummet below zero into the evening.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Man, instead of based roof Koreans, they have shitty gay race communists on the roof. That's so unfortunate.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Well, at least they're not good tables. All authorities were pushed out of the area since about 1 p.m. Only observed some sitting MPD several blocks away. Yeah, I don't think the police are going to do anything, actually. We have a well-organized group has hit the ground in Minneapolis, handing out free winter hats and designer face masks to conceal protesters' identities. Who is funding this? Designer face masks? What do they mean by this? It does say designer face masks on the box. What the fuck? That can't be real, right? That's Yves Saint Laurent, isn't it? Those have to be like Chinesium counterfeits, right? There's no fucking way. I don't recognize these other brands though. Designer face mask, leftover COVID mask. I don't know. Someone said Louis Vuitton. Maybe I got it wrong. Oh yeah, you're right. It is Louis Vuitton. It is Louis Vuitton. I thought it was Yves Saint Laurent. They have a similar looking like overlapping logo. My bad. Yeah, so Louis Vuitton. I guess that might be Gucci. I don't own anything Gucci or Louis Vuitton for that matter. I just missed the protesters. Why are these can't be real designer masks. They have to be fucking Chinesium. There's no way. Could be stuff nabbed from stores, possibly. How? Designer spelled D-E-S-I-N-E-R. Yeah, it's definitely not real. Definitely. The person can't even spell designer. There's no way those are real. That just says fashion mask. That's literally some Temu shit. What did they mean by this? Made in a Somalian childcare center, right? The lack of spelling makes you think they're looted even more. Yeah. It would appear that the organizers are proud alumni of the Quality Leering Center. True. True. That's funny. Smart Therapy Center, LLC, located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is a former provider of autism services that has been at the center of a major federal fraud investigation. The company, registered by Asha Farhan Hassan, was charged with defrauding the state and federal government of $14 million through its participation in Minnesota's Early Intensive Developmental and Behavioral Intervention Program. A location, Nicollet Avenue. That's literally where this protest is taking place. That's so fucking funny. License status, temp immediate suspension as of October 17th, 2025 by the Minnesota Department of Human Services. Allegations. Hassan and her associates allegedly recruited children, especially from the Somali community, by offering cash kickbacks to parents, falsified autism diagnoses, and billed for services that were never provided. Once again, I cannot wait for that lady's court case, the one who called the child the N-word at the park in Minneapolis. I cannot wait for that court case because I'm not a betting man, but I would put money on the fact that that child she called the N-word because he was stealing from her is not actually autistic and is part of one of the children signed up to one of these fraudulent autism centers. I would literally put money on that. Fraud scheme. The company was also linked to the Feeding Our Future child nutrition fraud case where it received federal food aid funds. Legal outcome, Hassan pleaded guilty in September 2025, agreeing to pay $16 million in restitution and facing a potential prison sentence of 70 to 87 months. That's it? That's it? I mean, I'm sure a judge will just let them go scot-free, but like... New American Development Center has an EIN of some numbers and took $1.4 million of its income in government grants. Its mission housing program is the largest program that provides rent and utilities. Want to hear something funny? Today's ICE shooting took place at 2614 Nicollet in Minneapolis. Ironically, here's a list of all the businesses listed at this one address. And it shows the, Smart Therapy Center and the New American Development Center, and apparently it's also a Nicollet Senior Center, New American Development Center, United Wellness Center, African American Family Services, Millennium Health Services, Bloom Home Health, Global Interpreting Innovations. The building is only 11,000 square feet. How many of these are taking federal dollars and are shell businesses for perpetrating fraud? No wonder ICE was there. Yeah, that's actually really funny. You can't show a random video without capturing 7-figure Somali fraud. It's actually, like, rampant doesn't even begin to explain it. National Guard has arrived in Minneapolis. There are also warnings among the protesters that an LRAD has been spotted with mounted Humvee. Ooh. Therian, thank you. Quality Leering Center is also on Nicollet, yeah? I have no idea what the Quality Leering Center address is, I'm gonna be real with you. It would be hilarious if the Guard joins up with ICE. I mean, I think they should, but unfortunately it's Waltz deploying them, so it's to be, like, against the ICE operations. Happening now, it's another video of the National Guard pulling out in Minneapolis. Activate the noise machine. Turn them into pudding. This says no embedding. See original vid at BG on the scene. His two of his name on the screen. I was like, I don't care if streamers want to like plaster their logo all over something so people know where to go find them, but doing like no embedding things, that's a little candy assery, man. So there's another video from the shooting earlier. I can't view any of the other posts in this thread. Damn, that's a lot of I'm unable to fucking view. Holy shit. This guy said, appears suspect's gun discharged when it fell to the ground. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on, let's check it out. No audio. Perfect. I don't really see a discharge when it hits the ground, because I'm assuming it's that thing. I'm assuming it's that, but I don't see a discharge when he hits the ground. It's really hard to see because someone like put like a jacket or some shit in front of their camera lens. It's really, really hard to see, but I don't see a ground discharge. There's another angle. Breaking: the armed men who fought Border Patrol and was subsequently shot this morning in Minneapolis has died, per the city of Minneapolis. They're going to burn this place to the ground. Pray hard for our agents today. That's a lot more shots than you could hear in the other one. Okay. There's another video. Utter chaos on the scene of the Border Patrol-involved shooting in Minneapolis this morning. Don't see how the Insurrection Act doesn't get invoked at this point. These people are going to go ballistic, literally. My right ear loves this footage. The new Call of Duty game looks wild, chat. Call of Duty, defend your borders. Hey, who's that? Who's that they're hauling off? I want to know more about that guy. We have Minneapolis looks like a war zone right now after leftist rioters swarm agents and force them to unload a ball barrage of tear gas.
We just have a few moments here, but it seems to be some smoke is rising. I don't know if these are smoke bombs. It was peaceful when we began to talk, and we noted that rhetoric really matters now, and calming tensions really matters. What are we seeing on our screens now? What's your analysis of this?
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to keep things calm and, diffuse the tension. Again, Kaylee, this is not what agents ever want to have happen. It's just
Tark. I would reinstall just for that fucking map. Are you kidding me?
This is what they want to be doing. This is not what they want to be doing. They are literally enforcing the laws. These are targeted
escape from Minneapolis.
These are targeted operations. They are simply doing their job. And again, without the details of who the subject is, whether they were someone that they were arresting.
Is this today? This is today, yeah.
Or a protester.
This video is from earlier, but I do have a live feed in another tab.
Completely irrelevant. For them, they are literally looking at...
Let's make a new game. Where is it? A Tarkov map or a Democrat city? I don't know, that game would be just as hard as Twitch or Terrorist, man.
Let the law enforcement do their job. If you don't want to run into problems...
Mr. Toast, thank you. Serious question. The guy had a gun on him, and if it was purposefully discharged or not, what do these shitheads expect would have happened? That's my question. That's my fucking question. The armed man who fought Border Patrol this morning in Minneapolis, seen here is a screenshot by Kim Katie. He got himself killed because he bought into Tim Walz and Jacob Frey's propaganda. Don't be this guy. He definitely doesn't look in his 40s like was previously reported. I know I have a tab where they actually say who he is, but, you know. And then this person breaking U.S. Border Patrol is involved in another shooting. This is a video that we've already watched, but somebody took a screenshot and they were like, what's in the guy's hand right there? What's in the guy's hand as he is falling to the ground? What's that? Border Patrol put out a statement saying, Border Patrol agents are trained extremely well to protect themselves, their fellow agents, and innocent third parties. When a supposed peaceful protester brings a weapon, such as a loaded handgun, and brandishes it, there are going to be severe consequences and repercussions. We have pleaded with and warned the media and the politicians that their irresponsible, hate-filled, and false rhetoric is going to get people unnecessarily hurt, or worse, killed when they portray our agents and officers as the aggressors. They have encouraged these reckless confrontations and attacks on our agents and officers who are performing their lawful duties and enforcing the laws that Congress has put on the books. The fake and dishonest media and the shameless politicians should be held accountable for willfully misleading the public and enticing these protesters and agitators. We have full confidence that when more facts are revealed, our agents and officers will be shown to have utilized justifiable force in eliminating the threat. Yes. Homeland Security also said, At 9:05 a.m. CT, as DHS law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien wanted for violent assault, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun seen here. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted, as we've seen in multiple video angles. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines and no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. While I would believe that, because this is probably a filthy commie, this would be like conjecture. I don't know if I would necessarily say that in this case when we're still waiting like on all of the facts. About 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement on the scene. Crowd control measures were deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. The situation is evolving and more information is forthcoming. But watch closely. The suspect involved in today's Border Patrol shooting can be seen reaching for his firearm as agents attempt to take him down. Totally justified. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I think the video is very pixelated, so I don't know if we will be able to see that, but it is slowed down. And you do see a puff from the gun, whatever that fucking shit is called. The, like, smoke that happens when you fire a shot. You can kind of see that in the slowed down footage. I don't know if that first shot, because again, when you listen to the shots, there's one shot, all the ICE agents back up, and then there's the barrage of shots. So is that one shot from the guy they were trying to disarm, or is that one shot from one of the ICE agents and all of them think that it came from the guy they were trying to disarm and that's why they all backed up? Where did it come from? It's like you can kind of see the like puff of smoke. Right there. It's a little hard to see because the person filming is a fucking weirdo. The muzzle smoke, yeah. You hear the pop and you see the smoke, and this guy also gets in the way at the same fucking time. The window decal gets in the way. I don't know if that's a window decal or like someone's fucking coat, but yeah, you can see the like puff of smoke coming from one shot. Is it from this guy? Is it from like an ICE agent on the other side of him? But immediately after that, you can see all of the agents back up, and in the longer footage, you see them back up farther. And then the barrage of shots come after that 1 foot. All available Minneapolis officers have reportedly now been called in and days off canceled. But prior to this morning's ICE-involved fatal shooting, the overnight dog watch shift was already being held over because there weren't enough officers to fill the day shift. All Minneapolis officers less than 200 miles away are now on mandatory report for duty, we're told. It's very interesting how they were offered like all of this time off to just like fuck off. And now they're like, oh, just kidding. Need you back over here. They need you back over here. Footage circulating online shows the confrontation leading up to federal agent-involved shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Beep.
Things got buried.
Spicy cat raid.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
Cat raid.
No, you're just spraying inside. Let's go around. Fuck up.
Okay, well, that doesn't really show us too much because this guy doesn't know how to keep his video straight. Crowd is only growing larger, tensions rising as armed law enforcement vehicle makes its way to the scene. Authorities already deploying a CS gas to clear out the crowd, but it's not working. More and more people are coming to the scene.
So tense moments right now with this armored vehicle trying to get through here. I just got on the scene reporting for the Daily Caller. The crowd's getting big here.
Shame on you! What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing?
It's not even an ice truck, is it? I know they were saying it was CBP that
There's
was
already
out
large
here.
crowds of tear gas being used, and the crowd's going big here. Follow along. We're going to have updates coming from Minneapolis.
We have armored vehicles entering the scene near the shooting. The crowd tries to block the vehicle as protesters throw objects at the vehicle. So again, from earlier today, like right after the shooting. No, that poor planter! This guy's probably thinking, yeah, I'm just like the Tiananmen Square guy! What I wouldn't give to be able to hear what the people inside the vehicles are saying at this, man. I would be, like, slurring out of my goddamn mind. I'd be like, look at these fat fucking retards. These fat fucking unemployed idiots. What the fuck? I don't get paid enough for this bullshit, man. I know we were given free coffee earlier, but, like, what the fuck? I need mounted pepper spray. This weird pig-shaped woman, she has leggings on, but the leggings have bell bottoms. Hot take: bell bottom leggings defeat the purpose of leggings. What the that's what? Why?
National Guard.
Like, look at that! Why does she have bell-bottom leggings on? I'm more upset with that than her blocking the fucking vehicle. The man who brandished a firearm before being shot by Border Patrol is 37-year-old white male believed to be from Minneapolis. Another white savior lost his life while attempting to shield a child rapist from deportation. Pretty pathetic.
03 a.m. this morning, Minneapolis police received a report of a shooting involving federal law enforcement in the area of East 26th Street and Nicollet Avenue on the south side of the city. Officers arrived and found an adult male with multiple gunshot wounds when they arrived. Life-saving aid was being rendered, and he was transported by ambulance to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased. Based on the information that we have, which is very limited, this is a 37-year-old white male who is a Minneapolis resident, and we believe he is an American citizen. Approximately.
Why would you do this? Why would you just throw your life away, man? Rioters now setting up barricades near the scene of the Border Patrol involved shooting. Place is going to burn tonight. I don't know about that. It's going to be pretty fucking cold. It's going to be pretty cold. Oh, this was loud. That's a loud one. Pink Jacket Lady's video's fucking awful. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's like pixelated as fuck. These guys just don't, they don't have good phones, I guess. I don't know. Your horse is too far away. You cannot call it.
Go.
So the shooting happens...
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, right here. And I'm pretty sure it's this guy in the brown pants.
The fuck, people! The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly!
It does look like this guy pulls a firearm, but I can't tell if this is Border Patrol ICE, whoever the fuck he is. I can't tell if that's his gun or if he got it off the guy down there. But once again, we hear the single shot, coming from this clusterfuck ball here. I'm gonna watch this again. Try to track brown pants guy. I don't know who the fuck gray sweatshirt person is. Cause like, brown pants guy that gets shot is like trying to strangle gray shirt guy. So I don't know who gray shirt guy is. So this is, brown pants guy is in the middle of this clusterfuck. And there's one shot, I was like, I can't even tell anything from that. Like, I can't even see the muzzle shit. I think the first shot was from an ICE agent. It's so hard to tell from this angle. But like, can I slow this down? Playback speed. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Half.
Oh, the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
I feel like you're gonna have a very hard time trying to argue that all these ICE agents trying to disarm this man on the ground who's actively fighting them, that they didn't shoot in self-defense. I think it's gonna be very hard to prove that. This ICE agent, be it Border Patrol guy, whoever the fuck he is, one of the two, he draws his gun. At this angle, I can't even see the smoke. I can't even see the smoke from the other one. Now you want to know who the guy was getting choked out? Yeah, same. Who was the person that was getting choked? But then after that shot, this is the guy that they were trying to disarm right here in the center. And this guy gets up on his knees as all of the Border Patrol or ICE people start backing off. And then that guy gets shot. So, like, after the first shot, all of the agents back off, and then the guy gets shot. You can see the smoke in the video, but it's hard to tell if it's smoke or breath. I can't even see it. My eyes might be just too fucking bad.
The fuck is wrong with you?
He could have been going for a gun at this distance, yeah. Because it's like, I can't tell if any of these ICE agents took the guy's gun from him. I'm just gonna keep saying ICE agents. I know you guys are saying Border Patrol. I don't fucking care. Potato, potato. ICE agents just rolls out faster. I can't tell if any of the ICE agents take his firearm from him. That first shot, I don't think is from any of the agents. So if they took his gun, it's very likely, especially with multiple of them trying to detain him, he took one of theirs. Slow down footage suggests an agent may have disarmed a Minneapolis man who was shot and killed by federal agents. Minneapolis Police Chief O'Hara says the man is a 37-year-old resident who allegedly had a permit to carry. Empty hand. I'm tracking that man. Empty hand. Gun in hand. Okay, so that could potentially be his gun for sure. But then, where's shot? Who shot? Could have had more than one gun. It's only been reported that he had one. Very interesting. I wonder if my theory of him reaching for an officer's gun makes more sense now. When a person resists law enforcement, the officers don't have the benefit of slow motion replays. It's entirely possible that one officer yelled gun, which he did, we heard that, or that the man resisting reached for where he thought his gun was. Bottom line, don't fight officers. True. True and real. Alex Pretti violently resisted arrest, attempted to stand up and reach for his holster at the 27 mark. This is 100% on him. Now, this olive long sleeve guy doesn't even have a gun in his hand at this point. He reaches for it. Guy is on the ground. This is the guy that supposedly disarms the violent rioter guy. He turns with the gun and leaves. Olive guy is holding gun. This is about where the shot rings out. Oh. So yeah, it wasn't the first shot because you can't hear it because it's like super muffled. Hold on. That's the first shot. So it's not green olive guy. First shot. Then green olive guy shoots. Because you can kind of see the slide on his gun move a little bit. There's no muzzle shit in this one either, which makes it very difficult to tell where it's coming from. Guy with the gun moves away. First shot rings out. All the officers start backing away. Olive guy looks like the slide on his gun goes back, so it looks like he starts shooting after that. Third angle of today's shooting of the 37-year-old male by agents with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Minneapolis, Minnesota clearly shows one of the agents running away from the scuffle before the shooting, carrying the victim's handgun. I'm not going to call him a victim. So this guy disarms him and then a shot is like immediately after that. So did this guy either reach for where his holster was or manage to reach for the gun of one of the officers, and did the officers shoot him? Or did he manage to get off a shot from the officer's gun? Is my questione. Ilhan Omar coming in. I do not care about your opinion, foreigner. This appears to be an execution by immigration enforcement. I am absolutely heartbroken, horrified, and appalled that federal agents murdered another member of our community. It is beyond shameful these federal agents are targeting our residents instead of protecting them. This isn't isolated or accidental. The Trump administration is trying to beat us into submission rather than protect us. This administration cannot continue violating constitutional rights under the guise of immigration enforcement. ICE and CPB must leave Minnesota immediately. Their presence is terrorizing our communities, violating rights, and taking lives with zero accountability. Minnesota was once a place of refuge, and Trump has turned it into a war zone where unchecked federal forces murder our neighbors. I think she needs to be deported and face repercussions for her family's part in war in Somalia. I am tired of having to hear this person's opinions on anything happening in America. This is like someone I would expect to see Chris Hansen saying hello to. Alex Jeffrey Pretti, a 37-year-old U.S. citizen and Air Force veteran from Minneapolis, fatally shot by Border Patrol agents during an immigration enforcement operation January 24th, 2026. Video footage from the scene shows Pretti, a licensed VA nurse, brandishing a semi-automatic handgun amid protests before agents opened fire, marking the second such fatal incident in the city within weeks. Why is it always teachers and healthcare workers? Man fatally shot by a federal officer in Minnesota worked as an ICU nurse, his parents say. Family members say the man killed by a federal officer in Minneapolis on Saturday, 37-year-old Alex Jeffrey Pretti, was an intensive care nurse at the Veterans Administration who deeply cared about people and was upset by President Trump's immigration crackdown in his city. They told the Associated Press he was an avid outdoorsman who loved getting into adventures with Jewel, his beloved Catahoula leopard dog, who also recently died. He had participated in protests following the killing of Renee Good, who was shot behind the wheel of her SUV by a U.S. Immigration and Customs law enforcement officer earlier this month. He cared about people deeply, and he was very upset with what was happening in Minneapolis and throughout the United States with ICE, as millions of other people are upset, said Michael Pretti, Alex's father. He felt that doing the protesting was a way to express that, you know, his care for others. Pretti was a U.S. citizen, born in Illinois, and like Good, court records showed he had no criminal record. If Good had no criminal record, how did she lose custody of 2 of her children? I want to know how she lost the custody. And his family said he had never had any interactions with law enforcement beyond a couple of traffic tickets. In a recent conversation with their son, his parents, who live in Wisconsin, told him to be careful when protesting. We had this discussion with him 2 weeks ago or so, you know, that go ahead and protest, but do not engage. Do not do anything stupid, basically, Michael Pretti said. And he said he knows that. He knew that. Well, bringing a firearm to these things should be okay. But when you take it out in front of the agents and you get violent with them, that's not going to end well. Looks like he did not understand, though. Foreshadowing, he did not understand. A neighbor described Pretti as someone who would always be willing to help others. I didn't know Alex super well, but he was a great guy and neighbor, she told CBS News Minnesota station WCCO. He loved his car and took very good care of it. Fucking... what? He used to have a dog who passed around a year or 2 ago, I think. Didn't they say the dog passed recently? If it was a year or 2 ago, what the fuck? I remember how sweet it was that as his dog was more elderly and less mobile, he'd be willing to carry him down to the yard to get some fresh air and to enjoy the outdoors. His dog would lay down and Alex would sit with him and pet him for long periods of time. He was very caring, you could tell.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are all just heartbroken and are praying for his family and friends and for justice for him. No, he kind of got the justice. What do you mean? Family members said Pretti owned a handgun and had a permit to carry a concealed handgun in Minnesota. They said they never had known him to carry it. Why is this relevant? Did the dog radicalize him? I don't know, man. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara also said police believed he was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry. Department of Homeland Security said the shooting happened after he approached the U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. Officials did not specify if Pretti brandished the gun, and it is not visible in bystander videos of the shooting obtained and verified by CBS News, the AP, and other outlets report. The shooting came one day after tens of thousands of people marched through the downtown Minneapolis to protest ISIS presence in the city. Sorry, I'm distracted by the paper ruffling. The family first learned of the shooting when they were called by an Associated Press reporter. They watched the video and said the man killed appeared to be their son. Then they tried reaching out to officials in Minnesota. I can't get any information from anybody, Michael Pretti said Saturday. The police, they said call Border Patrol. Border Patrol's closed. The hospitals won't answer any questions. That's fucked. That's fucked up. The family should be able to get answers. Eventually, the family called Hennepin County Medical Examiner, who said they confirmed they had a body matching the name and description of their son. That's unfortunate for the family. The fact that he didn't usually carry implies he knew he was going to start shit. I wouldn't say that, because like I would encourage people to be able to defend themselves in these violent areas. But if you start like attacking the agents and you start strangling someone else in front of the agents, that's not defense. I guess they're pretending to be Native American to give this guy a death send-off. You're sure the white women in this crowd are eating it up? They probably are. Maybe you don't get this as a non-American, but why bring a gun to a protest that are supposed to be peaceful? If you bring one, you're hoping you get to use it? I don't think that is true. Because like anyone who goes to one of these violent areas, I would not want them to put themselves in a situation where they could just be killed by one of these rioters. What? How can they? How can they do that? I thought that was racist. What the fuck? I am upset.
We love them because they are keeping us safe and keeping our communities, especially our
Am I doing it? Am I protesting?
Their lives for our safety. And so we come here with our prayers. We come here with our love.
I just love Lulu so heckin' much, chat, that fluffy little sheep fuck. Need a whistle? I would whistle if I could, but I can't. I can just...
Thank you for allowing us to sing a prayer to help our relative
I can't
Alex
whistle.
on his journey. And I just love the way the community has come out You know, I got a lot of respect for you allies. A lot of you brown, black, all the community organizers, everybody. If anything, I just love the chant, so we can just get that chant going.
Yeah, I love minorities! Rock on, Gomali!
Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE!
Minneapolis mob threatens to kill O'Keefe, ice bottles thrown, followed, and oh my god, team under attack.
O'Keefe in downtown Minneapolis. We have a team of undercover reporters still inside the mob. I was at the scene of the shooting covering it this morning, and basically we barely got out of there alive. There were a few hundred that surrounded us, started throwing ice bottles at us. A few hit us, hit our vehicle. They were starting to rip off my bulletproof vest, so we got out of there. We were followed, we were tailed, and here we are right now. We just got this message, and it says, we know that you're in Minneapolis. You're with O'Keefe and his crew of Nazis. You're in a white Ford.
Once again, they will label you a Nazi to make you an acceptable target. I have zero reason to believe fucking O'Keefe is anything Hitler adjacent. That's fucking crazy. And to think some companies are so cucked they listen to that shit.
License plate. They actually wrote the license plate down from Florida. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. We are going to produce our footage, gathering everything we've got from this weekend. We're going to put our report together along with the hidden camera footage that we have. We still have undercover people in the field. Please pray for my team's safety. This is worse than anything I could have possibly imagined.
True.
I have security with me, former Marine, and he said that it was worse than overseas, and it was certainly anything worse than I've seen the cartel at the border. We're going to contact law enforcement, DHS. And
you like how he didn't hide the number that sent that text? F that person. I mean, that's kind of like my policy on Twitter as well. Some people will be like, Kirsche, why didn't you cover the person's name? It's like, why should I cover the person's name if they're sending me fucking weird shit in DMs? That's on them, brother man. It's not on me to protect who the fuck this weird-ass freak is. Fuck them.
The FBI.
And also, on top of that, I get really suspicious when people are like, oh my god, someone sent me a death threat in my DMs. Someone sent me a DM that said my voice is terrible and I'll never make it as a VTuber. No! And then the name is censored. I'm like, you probably sent that shit to yourself, buddy. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you.
And we're going to try to get out of here safely so we can bring the news to you. Stay tuned for our report coming Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Tuesday? That's so far away. That's so far